So Ruth, this is a tremendous exercise, and the beauty about this exercise is you don't have to pay attention to your breathing to actually make progress with your breathing. It involves walking with the mouth closed. With this, I would just like you to start walking. And you're breathing in and out through your nose. And I would like you to increase the pace until the point that you feel that sensation of breathlessness. And at this point, with breathing through the nose, it's going to be increasing carbon dioxide in the blood. So it's helping your breathing from a biochemical point of view. And also, as you breathe through your nose, it's very likely that it's putting an extra load onto the diaphragm. And it's helping to improve your breathing from a biomechanical point of view. So walking with the mouth closed for 15 to 20 minutes per day can be considered as a breathing exercise. And with this, you don't even have to pay attention to your breathing during the walk. But it would be useful to bring your attention into the present moment as you're walking. So you're not just using it as a means of a breathing retraining or physical exercise, but also about training the brain to be able to have focused attention. So as you're walking, I would like you to bring your attention into the room, with sight, for example, and having a soft gaze. And in other words, not to be stuck in the head, not to be thinking about anything, but bringing our attention onto our five senses. So with our sight, also you can listen to the sounds. There's birds singing in the background, the sounds of your foot strikes on the ground, your sense of touch as every foot is hitting the floor, taste, smell. So in other words, you're taking your attention out of the mind and you're bringing it into present moment awareness. So going for a 15 to 20 minute walk, especially in nature, can offer so many different benefits. One is a breathing exercise. Number two, as a training for the brain for focused attention. And number three, physical exercise. So we're getting all three in one. The other thing that I would like to say is, I would like you to have your tongue resting up in the roof of your mouth. So 3/4 of your tongue should be resting against the palate. For any of you who are wondering where should your tongue be, because I only found out in 2005 that the correct resting posture of the tongue is up in the roof of the mouth. You can make the N sound and it goes like this, N, N. Or you can make a tongue pop which goes like this. So in order to make that sound, you're pressing your tongue up against the roof of the mouth to create a vacuum. So as you're walking, you're having your tongue resting up in the roof of the mouth, lips are together, jaws are relaxed, and you're breathing in and out through the nose. What are the benefits of breathing through your nose during physical exercises versus mouth breathing? Nose breathing, you've got better recruitment of the diaphragm. Mouth breathing, we typically engage more of the upper chest. Nose breathing, we are taking cold, dry, unfiltered air into the lungs. This can cause aggravation of the airways, especially with people who are predisposed to asthma or any sort of bronchoconstriction. Nose breathing, we harness nasal nitric oxide, which helps to redistribute the blood throughout the lungs, and it also helps to bronchodilate, and it helps to improve our blood circulation in the lungs for a better gas exchange to take place. So back in 1988, one researcher by the name of Swift, he identified that when individuals continuously breathe through their nose, the partial pressure of oxygen in the blood increases by 10%. Now, as you're breathing through your nose during your walking, you're producing more carbon dioxide because you've got an increased metabolism, and carbon dioxide is a byproduct of the metabolism. By breathing through the nose, carbon dioxide doesn't leave the body so quickly through the lungs. So as a result, there's an increase of carbon dioxide in the blood. This in turn will help with vasodilation. So your blood circulation is better when you do your physical exercise with your mouth closed versus with your mouth open. And not only that, as you breathe through your nose and there's an increase of carbon dioxide in the blood, how might you know this? Well, you feel an increased feeling or sensation of air hunger. So because carbon dioxide is the primary driver to breathe, as you're doing physical exercise with your mouth closed, carbon dioxide increases in the blood. It doesn't increase in the blood with mouth open. It's only that when you have your mouth closed, the carbon dioxide increases in the blood. This in turn causes hemoglobin to release oxygen more readily to the working muscles. So you have improved oxygen transfer from the lungs to the blood, improved oxygen delivery from the blood to the tissues and organs, improved circulation, better recruitment of the diaphragm, protection of the airways, slow breathing, and you're also giving your breathing a workout, and also, of course, bringing your attention into present moment awareness. And for some people who can have difficulty following their breathing, it can make them a little bit anxious. Why not do this exercise? So getting out into nature, or even walking in a park, walking in any situation, mouth closed, tongue resting up in the roof of the mouth, lips together. We don't want our top jaw in contact with the lower jaw. So we want a very, very small space between the upper teeth and the lower teeth. And always be conscious of breathing nose, breathing slow, and breathing low. And that's the walking with mouth closed exercise.